Now this one is for all you out there that think the airline stock rout is coming to an end. But if you looked at the news, then you'd see, chaos at the airports, cancelled flights, but people are holding on to the fact that we're moving away from COVID and back to normality. Who knows? But if that's what you believe and you're bullish on the stocks, well, I've scoured the planet for a countless number of airlines to see what I think is the best bets right now for you in 2022. I've reduced a shortlist down to 9 and also found an ETF if you want a broader macro play on the airline sector. And with that, why not, let's dig into those 9. So before we get into the 9 stocks, a ETF for you to think about, and I also like it as a good proxy for the airline sector as a whole. Its ticker is JETS, JETS. It's US Global JETS ETF, and it does show you nicely how the industry has suffered during the COVID lockdown. You can see that huge down move from, as we can see here, in February time, bottomed out, and then quite surprisingly the airline sector picked up once more once people knew more about COVID despite all the restrictions. And then come March time of this year, stocks have fallen back off again within that ETF. Now it is a good blend of international and US airlines, so like I say, it does cover a wide spectrum and a good area to give you that overall feel for how the sector is doing. At the moment it's in that downtrend, but is it now the time to dip your toe in and get exposure to the sector? Either buy this ETF or be more selective and buying the individual stocks, which we will look at now. So before we get into the final hot 9 stocks, I wanted to run you through my shortlist, the 35 in fact that I searched the planet for to come up with my list. Now I'm going to quickly run through them, like I say, before we get into the best of the best. So at the top there we've got Allegiant Travel, then we've got Ryanair, we've got Qantas, Southwest Airlines, Copa Holdings, Air Transport Services, United Airlines, Singapore Airlines, Spirit Airlines, Lufthansa, Air China, Delta, Alaska, China Southern, Wizz Air, Controladora, Vuela Compañía de Aviación, so apologies there for the pronunciation, TUI, SkyWest, Mesa, Jet2, JetBlue, Japan Airlines, IAG, Hawaiian Holdings, Gol Linhas, EasyJet, El Al, Cathay Pacific, China Eastern, Azul, Air New Zealand, Air France, American Airlines, ANA and Japan Airlines. So a real big mix there from around the world. Most of these can be traded as ADRs in the US or on other major stock exchanges around the world. So they're not just for their own countries or regions. They say we can play these all over the world. Spread betting, CFD, stocks, options, the choice is yours. So with that, let's get into the shortlist of 9. So on the top part of the charts we have the daily chart, daily Heikin-Ashi chart for this stock, and at the bottom the weekly, so we can get a longer term perspective. And we are going to start on the international stage to begin with, and we are heading to Ireland for our first stock, Ryanair Holdings. Like all of them, been struggling recently, but is this the bottom for them? Then we head down under to Qantas, and then back to the equator and Singapore Airlines, really good luxury brand, covering global hubs. And then flicking over to our next one, an interesting play here, Air China. As China has grown and its economy has boomed, so has its need for international and domestic travel. And my pick of the Chinese stocks there, Air China. Then over to Europe and Germany for Lufthansa, solid international historic player in the market. And then down to Central South America with Copa Holdings, Colombian Panama based airline. Again, been struggling but has great potential. Now we head back to the US, and first up is Spirit Airlines. Now I believe JetBlue are trying to take these guys over, so that could really skyrocket that price on upwards. Something definitely to watch out for. If it falls through, then I still think they are a good airline to take a look at. Then we got another big international player, United Airlines. Been pretty sideways really for 21-22. Bit of a range, $40 to $60, but again has great upside potential. And my favourite number one airline based stock is the Air Transport Services Group. And what do these guys do? Well, they are into aircraft leasing, providing aircraft leasing, air cargo transportation and related services, not just in the US but internationally. So they could be a good one to watch as the airline sector recovers. But they've been doing very well, as you can see from the weekly chart anyway, in comparison to the rest of the sector. And because of their nature, then they are very flexible and I suppose more efficient in our current economic climate and situation. So definitely a stock to look out for there. Air Transport Services Group, my number one pick of the 9, but there's 9 stocks for you there to think about and consider if you are bullish or thinking that airline sector is about to take off. So there you go. What do you reckon to that 9 and the ETF? Let me know in those comments below whether you agree, disagree. Have I missed any out? Would you have added any from that short list of 35 I drew upon for the 9? Like I say, let me know in those comments below. Love to hear your thoughts. You want to talk about it in more detail? We run a free Discord Traders Club group. I'll put the link in the description below for you to follow if you want to join. Totally free. Love to see you in there, talking all things trading. Now, if you liked today's video, please give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe and bell buttons, and all that's left for me to say is thanks for watching. Good luck with the trading, and I'll see you in the next video.